Once upon a time, there was a man named Jack. He lived in Ireland. Where exactly depends on the telling. But, regardless of which town or county he was known as Stingy Jack by his contemporaries, and he was generally understood to be a drunkard, a liar, a cheat, and an all-around untrustworthy person. He was a fast talker, this one, and that was how he made his living and his meager funds. Such was his reputation that one day the devil himself overheard talkings about him. He was a little uncertain about the veracity of these rumors, unconvinced that anyone could be so devious and evil with their words, and for him not to already know about them. So he searched out Stingy Jack. Jack was walking along a path one evening as the sun was setting and the darkness was closing in, and he found a person lying upon the road with a ghastly look upon their face. This person was the devil, and Jack lay about in despair, knowing that this was the day that the devil had come for his wicked soul. However, he asked Satan if he could have one request before he was taken away. If he could have one last drink. The devil, never one to waste an opportunity to give a little drunken debauchery onto the sin count, allowed him this simple gesture. And as he was taken in to the bar, it was revealed that Jack had no money, and he surprised the devil once again with his audacity by asking him to help him pay. He suggested that the devil turn into a coin, and then, once paid, turn back again, and leave the bartender with nothing to show for his efforts. The devil, despite himself, was impressed with Jack's audacity and with his cunning. So he turned into a coin, and no sooner had he done this than Jack stuck him in his pocket, in which he had deviously hidden a crucifix, which prevented the devil from turning back of his own free will. From this, Jack wrested a promise from the devil to not take his soul for another 10 years. The devil was forced to comply. 10 years later, Jack once again found himself in the company of the devil. And once again, before he was taken, he asked the devil for one last mercy. A simple apple from a tree that he could eat. And foolishly, the devil once again agreed to his request, foreseeing no way that he could be tricked by simply procuring one apple. Little did the devil remember how much one apple can cause. Once he had climbed up in the tree to retrieve Jack's apple, Jack laid a circle of crucifixes around the base of the tree, preventing the devil from coming down. From this position, Jack's hubris grew, and he protracted from the devil an even greater promise than before, that he would never take his soul to hell. The devil once again was forced to comply. And yet he had a most curious smirk upon his face as he disappeared back into the depths of hell. Jack did not learn what this was about until years later, when his natural death came upon him, and he tried to enter heaven. And he was told that because of his life of sin, debauchery, and faithlessness, that he was not allowed inside. Having nowhere else to turn, he went to the gates of hell and asked to be allowed entry, and the devil, once again smiling, told him that he could not come into hell as per their promise. And Jack wept and gnashed his teeth and rent his hair, and he asked the devil what would become of him. The devil told him that he would wander in the darkness between the worlds, forever alone, for none had gathered around the place where he had doomed himself. And Jack wondered what would become of him, lost in the darkness by himself, and the devil, out of either a small mercy or simple hilarity, told him he would gift him a single ember from hell to light his path as a lantern. And with nothing else to make of it, Jack fashioned himself a lantern from a simple turnip. He placed the ember inside, and to this very day he wanders the nothingness between all worlds, lost and forever wandering with no place to rest. Today, we honor his memory in a way that you know, though you may not know this story. For we carve gourds and turnips and large root vegetables in such a way that we may place a candle inside them and have our own little jack-o'-lanterns. Happy Halloween, everyone.